Capital Hoops here with Jamal James, Nike Elite Youth Basketball Manager. Jamal, I know you're one of the people that pushed this event together. It's been an amazing event, but I just want to get your thoughts on how 2018 Peach Jam went.
Oh, I think this might have been the best one. This is actually my 5th one actually working. And 4th, I take that back. And I'd say from all the ones that I've been a part of, I've actually had a hand in putting on and managing and overseeing, in contrast to the ones that I came to prior to. This by far, hands down, was the best one to me. Just from a competition standpoint, the parity within the league, the addition of the 2 new gyms. Last year, the 2 new gyms up front weren't here. So having all our age groups under one facility definitely helped, I feel like, to enhance the event. Given that we had 15s and 16s and 17s under one roof, I think it enhanced the event. It had more, crowd and things like that. So I think it just that alone I think pushed it over the top. It was already a phenomenal event, but I think again, with the new facilities and everything like that, I think this absolutely, I think, hands down, is probably the best one.
Before we get into basketball, I just want to ask you a couple of questions regarding kind of putting the event together. There's so many different media outlets, so many different vendors, so many people, and it all ties together in a great way.
Absolutely.
Talk about kind of how you choose all these people and just, how you get to where you are with all the different aspects.
So it's funny because, like you say, I mean, we get a myriad of requests, and so we just try to make sure that we properly vet all of the different media outlets to make sure that they're reputable organizations and things like that. People that are going to paint the picture in the right light. We look at the background of the people who are submitting the requests and things like that, and then we just try to go from there. Oftentimes you foster relationships with different outlets and things like that. So if it's a situation where one of the companies may not be known by one of the people that that we have kind of managing, overseeing that vetting process, sometimes I may have to come and say, hey, well, I know this person or I know this group. Things like that. But for the most part, we just try to make sure it's as, we try to use the NBA model with, with how we run this league to just try to make sure, that everything is done, in order and we don't have any hiccups. Because a lot of times I feel like if you don't have that, that filter, then sometimes you run the risk of things going awry, or you run the risk of having, some coverage that may not be, as optimal as possible. So we just try to make sure, we have a pretty succinct vetting process, and we just kind of go from there.
Talk to me about basketball. Who were some of the teams, some of the players you were impressed with this week? What was your overall kind of thoughts on the basketball?
It's crazy because, throughout the course of session 1 through 4, the EYBL is super competitive, but it's just something about being here in this building at Peach Jam that I think just brings out the best in all these teams. I don't know if it's just the crowd, the environment, being here in North Augusta, just the history of the event, in terms of just what it does when it gets in these kids' mind with regarding them coming to, play in this event. I think it just does something to bring them out, and consequently, you have, out of the 40 teams that we have, it's now condensed to the top 24 teams. So, and it's like everybody is vying for, that Peach Jam champion. So, Armando was big from Takeover. I told Keith, picking him up was really, really big. Justin Moore coming back from, his ACL. Trey Mann from Each One Teach One out of Orlando. He really did a good job. Boogie Ellis from Oakland Soldiers, he had a phenomenal week. I know he picked up a ton of offers all the way across the board. I know Jaden McDaniels from Seattle Rotary, he picked up a ton of offers. It's crazy. I mean, even Team United, just coming off the situation that they had in session 4 when losing their teammate James Hampton, God rest his soul. Even for Jawan Gary and Pat Williams, they came in and they played inspired. So just across the board, it's just super competitive. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Last thing I want to ask you, there's all kinds of rumors out there that things are going to change. College coaches not being able to come here this year. How does that impact the future of Peach Jam and the future of the EYBL?
Well, personally, I definitely don't think it impacts, Peach Jam. I think this event has become such a staple here in this community that, I feel like the people, who have been frequent, and regulars here would still come out. I think for us, just for what we do, naturally, I think, there would have to be some evolution of sort, but I think we just cross that bridge when we get to it.
All right, Jamal James, we appreciate the hospitality you guys run.
All day.
First class event.
All day. I appreciate it.
Glad
to have you, Mark.